live on here in a minute. To all my subscribers, I'm here. I'm alive. I'm doing well. And those for you who know about me losing my legs, well, I'm all healed up. And I got some good news. I'm getting ready to be fitted for my prosthetic legs. So that means I can go back to work. I can have a little life. I can go outside. I can move around. I can drive. God is so good. Anyway, I'm just now getting up, y'all. I had took me a sleep aid last night, and when I woke up, it was 3 o'clock. Can you believe that? 3, y'all. So I'm about to sit up. I'm watching the baseball game right now. I'm watching me a little baseball. Dodgers are losing 6-1. God, we can't have that, y'all. We can't have that. What are we gonna do with that? I'm gonna put my shirt on, y'all. All right. Here I am. I wish I can bring y'all some videos prior to me losing my legs. Man, I was doing a little bit of everything, man. I was doing mukbangs. I was just doing it all. But then life happens, you know what I mean? Life happened to me in a big way. But I'm not going to complain because God is good. Me losing both my legs gave me a new perspective on life and what not to take for granted. I believe I'm more strong, together, mentally sharp now than I was prior with my legs. When I had my legs, I was taking everything for granted. Doing some of the wrong things, not living a Christian life, just out there, not really caring. But after losing your legs, trust me, life will hit you in the head and wake you up. I'm more better now than I was then. I'm not gonna lie. I was, and still am a little bit, a junkie person. I tried over the years, tried to stay meticulous with things and picking up after myself, clothes on the floor. Not nasty, but just junky. But for some reason, after losing my legs, I don't have that spirit of junkiness no more. I mean, I want to clean up stuff that ain't even dirty. It's a strange phenomenon, but I love it. I'll take it. And I feel more enthused about life now than I did before. I really wasn't thinking about my retirement. I really wasn't thinking about my future. But now I'm more happier. I am more happy now than I was prior to losing my legs. I'm more energetic. I want peace. I've been reaching out to people and calling them, and even though they don't respond, but it's nothing's gonna stop me. I just feel the urge to reach out to family that you don't really talk to and friends, and just let them know you love them. You know what I'm saying? And forgiveness. Just just letting go of all that unforgiveness and fear and doubt and lack, and just taking life by the horns. And each day is a new day. Today is not yesterday. Yesterday is gone. So why dwell on the past? Don't make no sense. Man, I'm looking forward to the future. My life is going to be better now without my legs than it was having my legs. Yes, yes. My life is going to be so, this chapter in my life is going to be so awesome. I mean, I am so grateful, you know, and that's just how it is. But losing limbs like that, I can't say it's like that for everybody. But for me, I'm a better person. Losing both my legs, my left leg below the knee, which I am thankful for because it'll give me a little bit more mobility when I get my prosthetic legs. But my right leg is amputated above the knee. So if I were to have my left leg amputated above the knee, not that I wouldn't be able to walk with my prosthetics, but it wouldn't be as easy. I wouldn't be able to walk like I had both my normal legs. But with me having my left leg amputated below the knee, that's going to give me stability and to allow me to walk. If I had long pants on, you wouldn't even know I had no legs. So I am grateful that I only lost my left leg below the knee. Now, those of you who want to know how I lost my legs, well, it all started back in 19, in, no, 2000, maybe 1999, maybe the year 2000, 2001, maybe. I developed kidney issues. My kidneys just weren't working. What reason, I don't know, but they just stopped working. Eventually, I had to be put on dialysis, which I stayed on the first 9 years was on dialysis on the machine, where you go to the clinic 3 days a week, which I did not like. It was horrible because being on the machine, they put needles in your arms and they make a big fistula, like a big vein, which destroys your arms. So they stick two needles in your arm, one going in, one going out. So the blood is coming out, going into a filter in the machine. Then it filters, it cleans, and then it comes back into your body. That is horrific to your body. So I did that for 9 years until I finally got a kidney transplant. Got a kidney transplant. That lasted for 9 years. Could have lasted longer, but some things happened. But I'm not going to go into detail because that would just take too long. So anyway, now I'm back. Now I need more dialysis. But this time around, I chose peritoneal. Peritoneal is where you do it at home every night for 9 hours. So I do it while I sleep. I don't know what's going on. I wake up and I'm done. I unhook. I go about my day. Beautiful. Well, the way peritoneal works, it doesn't take the blood out of your body into a machine back in your body. What it is was I had surgery where everybody has a peritoneal gland in their body, everyone. So what they did was I'm using my peritoneal gland as a way to filter out, uh, all those bad things that's in our bodies, all the junk, you know, everything I drink. I only drink water, but it also takes excess water out. So it's just like having a kidney, but instead it's my peritoneal gland. And so what they do is they hook up a tube coming out of my body, maybe about a foot long. And then what I do, when I get ready to hook up, I have a machine. And what I do is they have these bags of solution that you set up on top of the machine. So then what I do is there's a screen that tells you, what to do. And so what I do is I grab my tube that's coming from my abdomen and I hook it up to the machine. And I set it for 9 hours. I go to bed. I don't feel nothing. I don't I hear a little something. The machine is kind of, it's not loud, but once it gets to like a dwell setting where the fluid is in me and I'm dwelling, that noise will go away. But it doesn't bother me. It don't wake me up at night or nothing. So I chose peritoneal this time around because being on regular dialysis 3 days a week at the clinic, every time I got off the machine, I was sick. I mean, sicker than a dog. I'm talking about I could not do nothing but go home and go to sleep. But with peritoneal, you don't get sick. You feel great. So anyway, I've been on peritoneal now for over 9 years. And, but because I've had 2 heart attacks, cancer in both kidneys, which I've overcome. I've overcome the heart attacks. They took out. I had cancer on both kidneys that didn't work, so they took those out. So I am cancer free. Praise the Lord. But then having my legs amputated, they took me off the transplant list. So as of right now, I'm not on the list. But the good news is that when they put me back on the list, which is coming soon, I'm about to do some workup, to make sure my heart is good and make sure I can receive the transplant, which I know I'm a pass. But anyway, they're going to put me back on the transplant list. But I'm going to be put back on at the top because they don't make you go at the bottom and then start all over. Because with my blood type, it takes 6 to 9 years to receive a kidney. But because it's been over 9 years, and when they put me back on the transplant list, I'm at the very top. So they can be calling me every day once they put me back on the transplant list. I can be getting the call any minute, which is a beautiful thing. Oh man, I can't wait. Man, I can live life again. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm living life now. I'm happy. I'm at a minimum, but there's things I can do. When I was first, when I first, when they first took my legs, I couldn't do nothing. My arms were weak. I couldn't really push myself up. I couldn't even get myself into the wheelchair. But you will be amazed what people with no limbs could do. So anyway, I pushed myself. I started lifting weights, getting my arms and my shoulders strong. But it took a long time. It took a long time. I was in so much pain. I wouldn't wish this pain on nobody. I mean, I was literally howling at night. I mean, just, so loud. I was trying everything. One thing that did help me was smoking some mota. But the only thing about that, it only lasts for like not even an hour. So I tried taking pain medication that didn't work. Oh man, I was so in pain. But anyway, once I started getting stronger and the pain started subsiding, I was able to hop into my wheelchair, go into the kitchen, go into the bathroom, able to cook for myself. When my mom was my 100% caretaker, she had to do everything for me. She had to cook for me. She had to bring my food to me. She didn't have to wipe me because I was able to use the bathroom in my bed by myself. But she would have to clean, my bedpans and take them into the. She had to do a lot. Now, she really don't have to do anything, even though she's a designated caregiver and getting paid for it. But she has to take me to my clinic appointments because I can't drive. And what else? She still helps me with a lot, like at night bringing my solution bags to me, but she really don't have to do that. I can do that. But my mom is getting up in age. She has severe arthritis in her hands. She's been a beautician forever. That's why she has the arthritis in her hands. Her back, her knees are bothering her. And so she can't really do too much, but having her do a little to stay active is good for her. But I have a very great job. I work on the docks as a longshoreman, but I've been off of work for 3 years. And I'm on disability right now. But once I go back to work, I'm going to use that money that I'm making to get her some new knees, new teeth, because her teeth are jacked. So she's going to get new teeth, new knees. Her ankle needs to be realigned because she broke her ankle some years ago. But instead of going to the doctor, because she's a rider, I'm not going to the doctor. And so she can walk on that ankle, but she should have gone to the doctor so they can set it, put a cast on it, and it would take some time to heal, and she would have been able to walk normal. But no, my mom is she just won't listen. So now that bone set at an angle where it's crooked, but they're going to still be able to go in, reset that bone, and make it straight. Because that's really what's causing her back to be messed up, because she's limping on one side and putting weight on one side. Because she already told me when she walks with a cane or a walker, which she refuses to do, she feels better because she's taking that weight off that other side. I said, Mom, won't you walk with a cane? I ain't ready to walk with no cane. Because she feels like that's a sign of I'm old. No, it's a sign of you feeling good when you walking. You're not, this is temporary. You know what I'm saying? This is all temporary. So I try to tell her, Mom, you need to walk with a cane. She won't listen. But I'm going to be on her today. You better believe it. I know I get on her nerves. I get on her nerves, but I don't care. You gonna walk. The walker would be ideal because it's more balance on both sides. But the cane, I'll settle for. She needs her cane. She go to Costco and without pushing the basket, she wouldn't be able to do it. She would not be able to walk up and down them aisles. Well, she probably could, but it wouldn't be ideal. But every time she grabs the basket, she tells me, "Oh, now this feels good." Yeah, because you're taking the weight off of your legs. So, duh, you need a cane when you're out and about with no basket. You know what I mean? You know, my mom still likes to. She's not out and about as much, but when she has to pay bills, she going to the bank or to the grocery store or like yesterday we had Juneteenth and she could have been walking around better with a cane. Stubborn. But most people that get into their older age are stubborn. My dad, he is stubborn. Man, he won't drink. He has diabetes. He has a little bit of glaucoma. He has some heart issues. And you know what he won't do? He won't drink no water. He, I'm like, when he do drink water, he has to put this sugar-free, that's sugar-free powder to make it like juice. But that's the worst thing you can drink. Regular sugar is better for you than that aspartame and all them chemicals they put in that artificial. And then not only that, it's not pure water. Your kidneys, your organs need pure water. He won't do it. He's stubborn. He's way more stubborn than my mama. Man, but I am grateful to still have them. They're here, they're alive. I'm grateful. But I want them to be here. And I want them to live until they're 100, over 100. And they could if they would work out. Like my mom has not a stationary bike, but it's one of those kind. It's a bike, but anyway, she won't do that. She has weights. She won't lift the weights. She won't do nothing. She will not. Now she did sign up for the YMCA, so she's gonna start swimming. So I can't fault her for that. So I'm grateful. So I think 3 days a week she's gonna go to the YMCA, get into the pool. That will relax her knees and her back. So that's good. But she needs to do a little bit more. She needs to just get them little 5 pound weights and lift them weights. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if she get mad at me. I'm gonna keep saying it. She just leave me alone. I'm not gonna leave you alone. Like today, I'm gonna make her walk in that walker today. Like the other day, I just told her, I said, Mom, just walk from one hallway to the end of the hallway just to see how you feel. And she promised she would do it. Asked her, Mom, did you do what I tell you to do? You promised. Nope, she didn't do it. She just anyway. But anyway, I'm really the only thing I can't do because we have one big step leading out to like this, I don't even know what you would call it. But between our door and that step, there's two other steps that go down, and then there's a gate that we can lock. But we have a ramp. We have two ramps. One ramp leading from the inside on that one step going down, and then the other ramp, there's two steps. Now, I had a scooter that my beautiful uncle had purchased for me, and it was supposed to be the Cadillac of scooters. So I got in that thing, right, and I was thinking to myself, man, I'm gonna be able to go in and out the house. I was gonna man, went outside, my brother hooked it up, I got on that thing, and I tried to go up the ramp. That thing didn't even have enough power to go halfway up the ramp. I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed. So anyway, I sold the scooter. And so now I'm not able to go down the ramps with my wheelchair. I would have to have my brother take me down. So that limits me from going outside. But I do go outside when I have my clinic appointments, which is only every other week. From high school, 4.0, baby. And then also we had the night before last at her mom's grandmother's house. We had hibachi come out, and so I got out quite a bit last week. But this coming week, I'm gonna get out maybe twice. But that's the only time I ever get out the house. And foreign body, how you doing? How you doing, man? I haven't spoke to y'all in a minute, man. I'm here. I'm here, and I'm a be back on here. I'm good, foreign body. I am good. Long time no see, player. I know. I just been I kind of reverted to TikTok for a minute, and then I stopped doing YouTube. But man, I had to get away from TikTok. That's a different monster right there. I do not like TikTok. I mean, I think the only reason I would go back on the TikTok is unless I was selling something. That would be it. But man, them people that be on TikTok, that's a different breed right there. I mean, they would. I mean, man, it wasn't for me. So I got 100% away from TikTok. But when I get my stuff together, which I'm doing, to be able to sell my my flavored almonds, but I got to get all my licenses and stuff together, and that's the only reason I'm gonna go on TikTok. But other than that, I'm not doing all that trying to get. Oh my God, it was horrible. I was everything in the book. They was called. I mean, I think TikTok is more for young people, But anyway, I'm back. I am back. So I'm gonna try to do some things. I'm just gonna go live and just be me. You know what I'm saying? In my wheelchair, cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a good chance to do a mukbang this morning, but I just not thinking. My omelets. Oh, I make a bomb veggie omelet. Oh man, I make a bomb. And you know what I use for my seasoning? That makes the omelet good, because I do a veggie omelet. Strictly all bell peppers. I do bell peppers, onions, and mushrooms. That's it. That is it. No cheese, no nothing. But you know what I do? I put chicken bouillon. You know, the powder kind? Oh my God. And I just started doing it because I was using some other stuff, and I was like, there's one other ingredient seasoning that I like, and it's that Kinder's uh, garlic butter. That's good, but not. But what I do is I use a little bit of that, and then I put that chicken bouillon in my veggies while I'm sauteing them on low, because I don't want them to get them mushy, and I don't like mushy. I like them al dente. And then I put the same in my eggs. Oh my God. And then it took me the longest to learn how to make an omelet because it would always stick. I'm like, Mom, why do your omelets don't ever stick, but mine always stick? She said, you're not getting your pan hot enough. You got to get your pan hot, hot. But then once you get it hot, turn it all the way on low. But you got to spread good with Pam, spread good, and then put you about a half a tablespoon of butter. But that pan got to be hot. Now once it's hot, hot, then turn it all the way down, put your eggs on there, and just let it go. Just let it go. And you don't have to do too much. Because sometimes what I'll do is on the edges, I'll bring that egg in, and you know, the eggs that's not cooked on top, that's still runny, and then have them, you know, go into the pan or whatever. But if you just leave it be, it'll just cook all the way through. Then that's when I put my veggies on there. Uh, and then today I sprinkled some Parmesan cheese. And what I did, I had some tater tarts. I threw them in the air fryer. I didn't cook them up. See, I like my French fries and my tater tarts crispy. I'm talking about dark and crispy. But I didn't do that this time because I cooked them halfway where they were cooked, but then I smashed them. And then I put it in my omelet. Mwah! But when you do it that way, the egg just be sliding all over the pan. No stickage, no nothing. Then you just put it on the plate and just ah, perfect omelet, y'all. Perfecto. And I wasn't thinking. I could have went live and did that. Missed the opportunity. So it won't be no mukbangs today for the rest of the day because I said yesterday to myself that I was gonna fast and not eat anything but just drink my protein drink, my Nepro protein drink in the morning, and then have one at night. But like I said, I woke up at 3, and you talking about a brother was hungry, so I had to go and make my omelet. The reason I was going to fast was because I had ate kind of bad over the weekend. Having that hibachi, too much, oh, the salt, crazy. And so it was making me sick with all that salt and sodium. And what else? It was something else. So anyway, I had to get all that salt out of my system. I feel much better today. But I had to have my omelet, which I don't put too much salt. So that was perfect. But I'm not going to have anything else for the rest of the day. I'm going to drink my Nepro a little bit later. And that's going to be it. Yeah. Off 169. What it do? What it do? What it do? But yeah, so foreign body, I know, you know, last time I think we spoke, I think I was in pain. I really wasn't doing too much. But now, within the house, oh, I've even developed a green thumb, y'all. I developed a green thumb. I went to the, what's that place? Home Depot, and got me some fertilizer and some good soil. And because I eat so many bell peppers, I said, man, you know what? I'm gonna plant me yellow, green, orange, colored bell peppers. Man, got me a few medium-sized pots to put them in. What you do is you start them off in small cups. You could do it in a styrofoam cup or just a small until they start sprouting about that long. Then what you do is you replant it into the medium-sized pots that I did. And so right now I think I have 1, 2, 3 bell pepper plants. I'm doing, oh, it's something else. God dog it. Shoot, I forgot what it was. But anyway, all in all, I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 plants that I had. I started off growing them in the house, but plants like that need sunlight. So I had to have my brother take my plants outside, and they need to be watered like maybe every 2 days. And so my brother watered my plants today. I haven't had a chance to look at them in about a week because I can't go out the house. So I won't be able to look at them until my next clinic appointment or something like that, which might be tomorrow. I'm not sure. I know I have a doctor's appointment for something, a follow-up appointment, because I was in the hospital with pneumonia a couple of weeks back. Oh, that's bad. Don't develop pneumonia, y'all. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't lay down at night. Flat. Horrible. But it finally went away. So I think I have a follow-up appointment with them this week. So I'm hoping to get out the house a couple of weeks so I can water my plants, keep them going, because they give them some good, you know, some good sunlight. But I love the plant. If I can live on a farm, which that's actually my goal, and I'm able to because my grandmother, it was 10. She had 9 other brothers and sisters. It was 10 of them all together, and they lived and grew up on a farm in Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth, Texas. Now, most of them had passed away. My grandmother was the first to pass away. God rest her soul. May she her soul rest. And wow, it's not that many left. I think less than half are left. But anyway, each one had 10 acres. So my grandmother had 10 acres, which was passed down to my mom, which she gave. Now I have a brother. So now that 10 acres, which my mom gifted me and my brother, now I have 5 acres, he has 5 acres. Now, what I want to do with my 5 acres, when I retire, I want to build me a nice mobile home, a double wide, if not even a house. It might even be a house, a container home. You know that new thing they're doing now with containers? They're cutting them up and making them to a home. Google it or YouTube it. Bomb. Bomb. Much cheaper than doing it the traditional way. So that's definitely an option. But anyway, I want to put me a nice little home on there. I do want to get some livestock, but I ain't going to go crazy because I really can't do too much. Even though I have my prosthetic legs, I actually could. That wouldn't even stop me from doing it. If I wanted to just full on do cows and goats and you know, all of that stuff. But I doubt if I do cows and goats. But what I am going to do is I am going to have me a large chicken coop. Because I can eat my eggs off the land, plus I can sell them because they every day they laying eggs. And so the people I see on YouTube, they sell their eggs for a lot less than people would going to the store. So they're gonna sell out. They're even shipping them. I can ship them. I can go to the nearest, probably the nearest farmers market where people are selling their stuff. Oh, there's so much you can do. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm only gonna have chickens, and then I'm gonna have my huge garden where I'm a grow everything: onions, bell peppers, all kind of just herbs, greens, cabbage. What else? Watermelon. Oh man, I'm gonna do it up. That's my plan. So I'm gonna work. Let me see. I'm 58 now. 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. At 65, I'm hoping to be able to retire with a little bit of, with some money coming in, some good money. But I might have to work even longer than that because I don't have a lot of good years because I spent so much time in the hospital where I don't have a lot of good years for retirement. I have a few, but I need much more. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to work probably until 70. But that still ain't gonna stop me because once I retire, I'm going to Fort Worth, Texas, y'all. I'm serious because for one, my money is gonna go longer because it's way more cheaper to live out there than out here. I just can't see myself nickel and diming myself living in LA. I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. I want to relax. Even though I'm gonna miss being in the sun or just, all the time in LA because it rarely rains. In the wintertime, people got on shorts. They at the beach. Now that I'm gonna miss, but I'll get over it because I lived in Michigan for 3 years. And after that first year, I kind of got used to Michigan. You talking about a beautiful place. Oh, Michigan is beautiful. And it rains all the time. I remember I would get up in the morning, look out the window, birds chirping, blue skies for as far as the eye can see. Take a shower, put on my clothes, look back out the window, and it's storming, raining. That's what I didn't like. I didn't like that. I don't like dreariness. I can't do that. I can't do dreariness like that. You know what I mean? It's like what I want to say, depressing. I mean, it was always dreary all the time. I'm like, I need some sunshine, y'all. I can't do this. But anyway, I left after 3 years. I was back in LA. I couldn't do it. But Texas is a little different. Now it do rain a lot and it get hot, but I don't care. That heat, ooh, but I don't care because I'm gonna have central air in my house, and I'm gonna have me a beautiful porch. You know them like them in the old days that just went all around, almost from one end to the house to the next, and a porch with the shed over it. Oh my God, I'm gonna be out there chilling. Now it do rain a lot. It will rain at a drop of a dime in Texas, but it's not like Michigan. It's not like that. Mm-mm. So yeah, that's my plan. That is my plan. Okay, Dodgers. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the Dodgers, and they just scored. It's 4-6, ninth inning, one out. We got one on base. We need two to tie it up, three to win. We can do this, y'all. We can do this. Come on, Dodgers, the Doyers. Thank you, foreign body. I thank you for being the #1 subscriber. You're awesome. Oh, man. So anyway, I guess, man, I've been on here quite a bit. I really don't have anything else to say. But I will come back, go live, and I might go in the kitchen and I don't know. I might eat a little something. I don't know what it's going to be. But I am going to start coming back on live much more. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to delete any. Oh, I didn't mean to delete that foreign body. My bad. I'm up here pushing stuff I shouldn't be pushing on. Anyway, I'm going to come back on a little later. And hopefully I can bring y'all some laughs, some interesting things going on. Yeah, I know. But anyway, deuces.